Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I am so excited to explore with all of you. My name is Kendall and I am a park program assistant with Sonoma County Regional Parks. We are out here today at the beautiful Taylor Mountain Regional Park. Have any of you ever been out to this park? If not, I highly recommend it. We're in Santa Rosa right now, very close to a lot of urban areas. Now, before we get started talking about Poison Oak, I would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Federated Indians of Grayton Rancheria, and we would like to honor their past, present, and future generations of Indigenous communities in Sonoma County. Now, we are going to be learning a few things about Poison Oak today because it's really important to be safe when you're out on the trail. Poison oak is toxic to humans, so I will be teaching you about how to identify poison oak and also why it's important for so many animals in our habitat here at Taylor Mountain Regional Park. All right, we are going to be learning how to identify poison oak. Now, if you're out on the trail and you see poison oak, please be careful and stay further away from poison oak than I am right now. Now, poison oak changes seasonally. That means that throughout the year, it goes through changes when the weather changes. Now, right behind me, this poison oak is what it would look like in spring. It has brighter green leaves, and poison oak grows in leaflets of 3. That means that there are 1, 2, 3 leaves that grow at the end of each branch. Now, on this plant, the leaves aren't as shiny as they would be in the earlier stages of spring, but typically poison oak is very shiny. Now, as we head later into the year, poison oak begins to grow berries on it. As you can see in this photo, they hang down, are bright green in color, and later in the year, the berries turn white. Now, in the fall, like in this photo, poison oak is very bright red in color, and this is its signature look. This is when it's the easiest to identify out on the trail because it typically looks like a big red bush. And now this photo is poison oak in the winter. Now this is when it's hardest to identify because there are no leaves on the plant at all. And when you look for poison oak in the winter, you want to make sure that you're not going anywhere near these long cinnamon color sticks. And these vines can grow in 3 different ways. They can grow in a shrub or bush on their own, and they can also vine up trees, which I will be showing you later in this video. And then they also grow very low to the ground and can cover all of the ground as well. All right, everyone, behind me is an example of poison oak vining up a tree. Do you have any idea why poison oak would want to vine up a tree? How do plants make their food? Plants use the sun's energy to create sugar that they use as food. This process is called photosynthesis. Can you say the word photosynthesis? All right, everyone, now that we've learned how to identify poison oak, we're going to learn about why it's important for you to know what poison oak looks like. I mentioned earlier that poison oak is toxic to humans. And what I mean by that is that there's an oil on the leaves of poison oak called urushiol oil. Can you say that? And urushiol oil causes a rash on human skin. And this rash can get inflamed and be really painful and itchy. So I'm going to teach you how to avoid poison oak while you're out on the trail. The first thing you can do is always make sure that you wear long pants and a long sleeve shirt while you're hiking. The second thing you can do is always make sure that you stay on the trail. I personally recommend staying in the middle of the trail unless you need to pass other park goers. And the third thing you can do is just make sure that you don't touch poison oak. Now, poison oak isn't poisonous to everyone. It's actually just humans. Animals get many benefits from poison oak. The first thing that they benefit from is that it is shelter for them. Now, there are many small rodent species, including squirrels, that hide from predators under poison oak. And there are lots of insects that get shade from poison oak. Now, this is when poison oak is in its shrub shape or ground cover that these animals can benefit and hide in the poison oak. Poison oak also offers food year-round for a variety of different animals. There are lots of little critters who like to nibble on the leaves, including moths and butterflies, and even deer. In the spring, when poison oak grows flowers, bees and beetles benefit from the nectar that this provides. And when these flowers turn into berries, there are lots of bird species that love the poison oak berries. And the cool thing about poison oak is that their berries last further into fall and winter than most plant species. And so these bird species are able to rely on these berries as a food source for much longer into the cold seasons. Thank you for joining me today. I had so much fun exploring with you all today and learning about poison oak. Do you remember what we learned about today? We learned how to identify poison oak. We learned how to avoid poison oak. And we learned why poison oak is important to animals and the habitats here at Taylor Mountain Regional Park. We invite you and your families to come explore our parks, and remember, always watch out for poison oak. Thank you.